How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the history and laws of America. The government does not have a right mutilating or damaging anybody's face or teeth or attacking them with satellites trying to tell them to shut up. All that has to be handled in court cases. So in reference to the government trying to fabricate gag orders with their satellites and them fucking damaging a person's teeth or face or them trying to steal my identity, these government people, they don't have a right hitting me in the teeth. They don't have a right grabbing me, calling my teeth fake. They don't have a right attacking me. They don't have a right touching me at all. The Royal Protocol even tells them they don't have a right doing nothing to me. So in reference to the abuse of power and the political parties of individuals that have tried to murder me, all those people have to be ordered into court no fucking matter what. No matter what. They have to be subpoenaed into court. In reference to freedom of speech and freedom of expression, it is illegal for the government to damage people's teeth to try to make people look stupid. That is illegal. If a politician cannot describe in a debate or in a particular town hall meeting or whatever they call it, reference to their agenda, then obviously they're covering something up. In reference to a politician, if they cannot handle a debate or questioning from the people of the country, then that politician does not have legal right being in government office. Same thing with law enforcement or police chiefs. If they cannot describe or mention or explain to the people their actions or their activities in law enforcement, then they don't have a legal right being in government or in law enforcement. Do you understand and comprehend the facts of law in reference to criminal brutality charges against satellite controllers and biological weapons crimes, because satellites are invisible to the naked eye, even though they're satellite tracking devices and satellite goggles and contact lenses that people can wear to see satellites. In reference to the transmission, you can't see it in outer space unless you possibly had a telescope. But in reference to the activity of government, it is illegal 100% for the government to mutilate or to damage a person's anatomy in any way, trying to tell them to shut up. All that has to be handled in courts. Do you understand that? Satellite technology of burning and mutilating people is not a legal form of law enforcement. Do you understand that? It's not a legal form of the courts either. So in reference to the government and their activity of them burning my face and hitting me in the face and terrorizing me, that is criminal charges against those people. Them, in their political position, denying my identity and my birth records that my mother and father had at the Supreme Court and other places. And then these people tried to change my name and tried to change my identity into some poor man name. That is criminal. Those people need to get subpoenaed into court too. The act of freedom of speech is very important in America. Freedom of expression. There's all kinds of things that are very important. In reference to the activities of abuses, such as satellites, government men grabbing me, trying to claim that they thought I was somebody else, but they were abusing me. And they were trying to claim that they were playing mistaken identity or something when they were hurting me. That's illegal. Then they had tried to use reference information of my identity, and they tried to work, some of these people was working with their impersonators that was trying to murder me, and they were trying to steal my identity, and they were trying to steal my teeth and face, and they were trying to get plastic surgery to look like me. Those people have to get subpoenaed into court. My identity is copywritten. That means no medical person or no plastic surgeon is allowed to copy anything about my anatomy or my face and to be trying to put it on anybody else's anatomy. That's violation of my identity if that's what they were trying to do. In reference to the government man damaging my teeth, they have no legal right. The activity of them burning around the gums, what they have done is they've tried to damage around the gums area and the part of the tooth that comes down from the gums, and they tried to make it look thin. That is attempted murder, and that causes breakage, and that causes very severe damage, and that is illegal. Any mutilation of the teeth, any alteration of the teeth. Then what they have done, like for instance, my face, like if I turn this way, my upper lip is tucked under here. Like, let me turn on the light, I guess. It's tucked under, well, that's not helping. It's tucked under, like here. Like my lip is supposed to be up. Like, it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like this, you know? But since they had damaged my face and this area of my mouth, it's pushed in like this. When it's supposed to be like this. They've pushed it in like that. Up here in this area. Right in here. You understand that? So that's why the teeth look like that. And when they have done that, they try to burn a person's teeth with their government activities to try to accuse a person of crimes, to accuse a person of drugs when I don't do any drugs and I'm not a criminal. And they have to explain their actions. Mistaken identity is not going to work. Plus, there is voice recognition of my identity that is on satellites. So in reference to voice recognition on recordings, like if I'm anywhere in the country, if I say some words, it'll be picked up and it'll bring up a picture of my identity on their display in their office or on their computer. And it's supposed to, for my protection against these government people and against any person. Because these people have had a history of trying to hold me hostage and kidnapping me and all this other shit. But I want you to understand, any teeth mutilation, my history of my dentistry history, I had no dentistry on my teeth. I don't have any dentistry on my teeth now. The pieces of old drilling bits my parents put in there personally, which are protected by royal law and my identity and the royal protocol in the media. So in reference to the government trying to conflict with my royal rights or my family history rights, those government people have to get charged for their crimes. My parents was not underneath the government. My parents was above the government. Anybody want to argue it? Don't forget, government is elected by the people. At least it used to be. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So in reference to politicians or government agencies or anybody that say they didn't like what somebody said about their political person or whoever they are, one thing you don't have any right doing is you don't have a right messing up nobody's face or teeth or telling them to shut up. Everything's court cases. You got something to say, you say it in the courts. They catch you burning people's mouths, telling them to shut up, government man. They can use necessary force to stop your satellite controllers. If they catch you touching me, or damaging my face or teeth, or grabbing me, or doing anything harmful or sexual or abusive to my anatomy, government man, they can order deadly force against your agents. Do you understand that? World protocols in the media for a lot of reasons, because there's been a history of criminals always trying to hurt my family that I came from, in reference to my mother and father and grandparents. So, in reference to the government, there's other people that's got other histories and different types of history of people. Everybody knows if somebody's stealing from me, they're always tied in with government or law enforcement. And that's the way it's always been. So in reference to political parties threatening my life, or them slandering my character, or them fabricating things about me, or them fabricating lies about my parents, it's automatic court cases no matter what. Everything they ever said at any time ever. Satellite man is still burning my teeth right here. My teeth are a part of my real anatomy. Now this man has tried to call my teeth fake, and he's been burning my face and teeth for over 22 years. Now obviously they're real. Name a time you ever saw me take any dentures out of my mouth. Not never. Ask any of my girlfriends, girls that have lived with me. My teeth are real. Your government agent has to get arrested, because your government agent made up lies about my teeth. Your government agent damaged my teeth. Your government agent made up lies about veneers, and you damaged my teeth. There's pictures and evidence and times and dates of photographs when they had damaged my teeth. And there's pictures of the inside of my mouth. There's pictures underneath the lip. There's pictures underneath both lips, the top and bottom. There's pictures of the sides and the cheeks and the inside of the mouth. There's even pictures of my tonsils. So in reference to the government man claiming he didn't have the information, the motherfucker is a liar. You don't have a right messing up nobody's teeth, government man. That is a fact. You don't have a right riding on a person's mouth, playing mysterious disease of the mouth shit with your fucking satellite. And the CDC can arrest your government agents for damaging people's teeth and burning their mouths. You understand that? And so can the U.S. Marshals or the ATF, too. And so can some other people and other law enforcement agencies. You don't have a right burning my teeth. I'm not your child. I'm not your property. I'm not your race. And I'm not your religion either. You don't own anything that I'm the owner of. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. You're not even the same race as my mother and father or my grandparents, government man. I am the only child of my mother and father, and I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. So in reference to your government agents trying to play tricks and damaging teeth, anybody caught covering up the identity of these people can get prosecuted for terrorism. These people do not have any legal right doing this to me at all. There is no way for them to ever fabricate any reason why. And they must get prosecuted. They're still burning my teeth right now. And it is attempted murder every day. I am not their property. I am not their child. I am not their friend, whoever these people are. And they must get prosecuted for their crimes. This satellite man will always communicate saying, oh, he hates your face. He hates your teeth. I don't live with that person. I don't hang out with that person. I'm not associated with that person. And that person must get prosecuted no matter what. My teeth are my birthrights. This man tried to say, oh, you can't live your life with those teeth looking good like they were. They're my real teeth. They were always real. They've been real my whole life. They've been real my whole life. So no matter what you say, government man, you have to get prosecuted for your crimes. Your brutality crimes of satellite abuses is a crime in America, no matter where you came from, no matter who you are, because it just proves you don't have a right being in this fucking country. So in reference to a government man saying he thought somebody said something he didn't like, you don't have a right fucking up people's teeth, man. You got something to say, you have a court case about it. Or you say something publicly, but you don't have a right physically assaulting me for something you say you didn't like. The FCC said hello, and they want you to say what you got to say. I've told you, government man. Say what you want to fucking say on the internet. Say what you want to fucking say on YouTube. But you don't have a right burning my face and teeth, and there would be court cases in reference to some of the things you might say. And I ain't scared because I know my rights. And don't forget, some people was wondering if it was my great-grandmother that made the American flag. I don't know. You have to look it up. But in reference to the government, them burning my teeth, saying they didn't like my teeth because I had big teeth because it didn't match their race, that's because I'm not their race. I'm not their child. And they must get prosecuted for fucking up my teeth. I haven't been able to eat my food the correct way that I normally eat since they've been doing this for over 22 fucking years. And that is a crime. And I've not received any lawsuits or insurance or benefits since they have been doing these things. From anywhere. I haven't even received any benefits from my arm being injured when I tripped over some other employee's dolly that he had placed in the way, which was not my fault. I've had to work every day since the whole time. And it happened September 20th, 2022. You know that, right? But in reference to the information, this satellite man burning my face and teeth is attempts of murder. And there is no person in law enforcement that can refuse arresting these people. I did not have any connection to them. It's documented the date they kidnapped me from California. There's phone records. There's history. I even told them I didn't want to come back to Indiana when they called me out there. Said I didn't want nothing to do with people that had tried to mess with me or tried to hurt me before. Then they stole my money or they were stealing money from me. Then they were trying to force me to come back to Indiana. I'm going to tell you right now, all this teeth damage happened in Indianapolis, Indiana. Didn't happen in California. Didn't happen in Chicago. Didn't happen in other cities and states. It all happened here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And they kidnapped me from California. So the California government is obligated to come over here to stop these people from burning me with satellites. And so can other cities and states. Because my parents owned property and businesses in other cities and states in America. And even in other countries, too. Even in other countries, my parents owned property. So in reference to the government violating my anatomy, the government violating my face and teeth, no matter what they say, no matter who they are, no matter where they came from, they must get prosecuted. And I had injuries when I was a little boy. And those injuries have to be documented and put into court cases against the government for touching parts of my body. Because I had full body injuries before from government. And I had been ran over by a car before when I was little, and other things that these people tried to do to me, been shot before, never did nothing to nobody, got shot in my father's mansion when these government men broke into the house and they tried to murder my father and me and my mother, and some of the maids or butlers, these government Nazis tried to murder them. So, and they tried to murder me, and that has to be reopened. That court case has to be reopened to see if any of these people had ties to that. Some people know who some of these people are. But, in reference to them damaging my teeth, it is a fact of law. They're actively, physically assaulting me with a satellite, and they're clear and present danger. And some executive orders need to be made against those satellite controllers, no fucking matter what. And they have to get apprehended, and they have to be stopped from their violations. The laws of Eliot Ness say no politician or government is allowed for this shit to be going on, these people burning me with satellites. There is no legal right for anybody to be in a position of government to be allowing these people to do this to me. It is attempted murder, and it is treason. I am not their slave. I am not their child. I am not their property. And this is a first world country. And the facts of law state those satellite controllers have to leave me alone, or somebody needs to stop them. And obviously, some ultimatums need to be directly and shortly mentioned, meaning like they need to be told again to leave me alone. They're still burning my upper lip. They're still burning my gums. These are my real teeth and my birthrights. My teeth are documented in all my photographs. Everybody that has known me knows that I have big, beautiful teeth. Even when I was a little boy, people knew I had big teeth. So whoever this fucking fag, German, pedophiliac, psycho man is that's been terrorizing me, burning me from satellite, the motherfucker has to be charged for kidnapping me from California. And the man has to be... they have to travel and transport that man to the California courts, where they can acknowledge and prosecute that man possibly for the death penalty. They kidnapped me from California, and they've been burning my face and teeth since the first day they kidnapped me, and I got kidnapped and held hostage in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana right now, and the satellite man is still burning my face and teeth. There is no legal right for that, no matter what level of government they are in. They must get prosecuted for violating laws of the American government. Even if they're a senator, a government man, politician man, even if there are some man claiming to be a dentist, or even if they tried to claim that they were a physician, they do not have a right touching me or damaging my teeth or face, and that's the goddamn facts of law of America and the laws of Eliot Ness. Anybody want to talk about it? Anybody want to debate about it, government man?